Hey guys, Mist here again for another video today, and yeah, we're back with the Houston Vikings, and we got some games to get going. So I do want to get some simulating done. I do want to mention really quickly that our team tag is still listed as a rebuilder, even though I will show you the team in a sec. So see, we're still a rebuilder, which is kind of unfortunate. I really thought we could be a pretty decent team this year. I still think we could, obviously, but if we look at our team, we got pretty decent ratings. They aren't that bad. So, yeah, here's the team so far. So we got Alex Tuch, Owen Tippett, and Dmitro Timashov on that top line. Second line, Rudolph Balcers, Forsbacka Carlson, and Spacek. Then third line, Nieto, Harkins, and Kovacs. Then fourth line, Cesarnik, Grauvac, and Bracco. Excuse me. Alright, so a really hot player that we picked up in the last episode was Rasmus Anderson. So, pretty excited to see what he can do, obviously. So, Anderson and Riley, then Zaboral and Haig, and then Tulola and Lauzon. Our goaltender looks really good, and he looks to have quite a decent amount of potential. Capo Kakinen, still growing, doing pretty decent. He did pretty decent last year as well, I believe. He had a 297 and a 914, which isn't that bad. And the year before that, he had a 296 and a 915, so he did better that year than the year before. But yeah, I'm pretty excited, and I just want to make sure really quickly that I don't have any roster moves to do, and I don't know why I went to trading. Let's go to manage roster really quickly. Excuse me. We look at roster moves, and I don't think there's anyone I want to call up. No, not forward-wise. Goaltending, no. Alright, or not. I said forward-wise. It was basically skaters, so. Alright, so we will get some simulating done, and we'll see how we will do. Really hoping for some growth out of our players this year. Obviously, I'm excited, though, to see how we do. I think we can do pretty decent, so we'll simulate our preseason games, and also we will simulate up to that, I think it's the second time we play San Jose, so we'll see how we do here. Alright, preseason, not too worried about it. Preseason doesn't really reflect how we will do in the regular season, so usually in the preseason you have a better team just because some teams send down some players just so they don't get hurt. So they play in the AHL, but yeah. Currently 3-1-0 though, which is pretty decent, and pretty happy with that as well. Alright, more scouting. I hope scouting doesn't become a big problem and doesn't become annoying as hell as well, because I just don't want to deal with it. We'll look in the WHL for a little bit. So in the preseason we go 5-1-0. That's not too bad. Yeah, that's actually pretty decent. But like I said, doesn't really reflect to see how we do. We did win our season opener against the Blackhawks, and now against the Rangers. We we are 2-1-0, 3-1-0. We beat Detroit. That is good. So look at us. We're simulating pretty well. That's not too bad. 3-2-0. So I mean, obviously, got to do a little bit better, but I'm not too worried. I really think that we could be either a cup contender, if not this year, definitely next. Well, probably not this year, but definitely next year. I think we can make a run for the playoffs, and that is an ideal thing to happen, obviously. But if we can go to a hot start, like if we can go like 6-2-0 or like 6-2-2 in our first 10, that would be pretty decent. That would be honestly pretty friggin' awesome, if I do say so myself. And 6-3 win against the Ducks, so we're doing pretty decent. We'll simulate up to the next San Jose game we have. So now 0-1 against San Jose so far, and now 0-2. So San Jose has our number. The Iowa Wild are 3-2-1. They aren't doing that great. But man, am I ever excited to see how this team pans out in the future. We have so many decent prospects and so many good prospects that I really feel like we could have a phenomenal team in the future. And obviously, if we do, then that's going to be even better. But yeah, like I said, really excited to see everything that goes on with it. 8-1-3 of the Avs. Holy. Almost got a point off them. If we could have got a point off them, that would have been a big point for us. But unfortunately, we didn't get it. Oh, man. Two shootout. I said shutout. 2 shootout wins. Isn't too bad. And now can we finally beat San Jose for the first time of the season? Or are we going to go 0-3 against them? Yeah. Hey, there we go. We are now 10-5-2, so we're actually doing pretty decent. Once we get to like our first 25 games of the season, we'll see how we've done so far. Rip Redemption, man. Gonna join in a bit. All right, so we're still doing pretty decent, and I'm happy with how we are doing. So I'm gonna simulate a few more games, and we'll see how we do at 25 games throughout the season. Now against Tampa, who's not a very good team, and we get smacked around. Philadelphia's also not that great, and we beat them. A lot of goals in that game. Pretty friggin' decent, buddy. Oh, man. Yeah, alright. Okay, I pressed A. Come on, thank you, game. Alright, so screw off scouting. No one cares. I don't really know who I should look at to scout. Like, I mean, it's not that big of a deal, to be honest, is it? Like, really? We have a pretty decent team, so I'm not too worried about this stuff. Yeah. Alright, so we are past the first 25 games, and I did not realize that, so you know what, we'll go our first 30 games. So we'll simulate the next 3 games, and we'll see how we are. Currently 14, 10, and 3, which isn't too bad. Shootout loss to the Blues. 4-2 regulation loss to the Caps, and then against the Pens, a 7-2 win, which is a very big game. Alright, so basically 15-15 on the season. We're in a wild card spot at 34 points, and holy frig, this division looks close. Like, I'm gonna go look at that again, but damn, this division looks close. Damn, is it ever? So Winnipeg's in the last with 25. They aren't as close, but the rest all really close. 32 for the Blackhawks, 33 for the Preds, 34 for us, 37 for the Stars, who are 1 place ahead of us. 39 for the Blues, and 39 also for the Avs. Pretty even division right now. Spacek is doing really good, so is Kovacs, and so is Balcers. I believe that is that third. No, Balcers is on the second. Kovacs is on the third with Spacek. Timashaw's up on that top line, so is Tooch. And Tippett, buddy, I'd like for you to do a little bit more than that. But I'm not too worried about it. I am glad that we do have a few players that are doing good. But this game against Colorado could be a very, very good one, and could be a crucial win for us if we do win this game. So first period, down 2-0, still down 2-0, and we make it a 1-goal game, but we cannot tie the game, unfortunately. So yeah, we'll just not do that simulating again. And now against the Yotes, so we'll go back in the calendar and we'll simulate a little bit more just to see how well off we can do. But hopefully we can do better, obviously. I mean, if we stay in a wild card spot throughout the entire year, that's fine with me, to be honest. That just means that we have a pretty decent opportunity to do something in the playoffs. And once you're in the playoffs, anything can happen, so ouch. That's 2 kind of rough losses in a row, though, 5-2 and then 6-3. Would have obviously liked to get some better goal scoring in those. And I don't know, when I was looking at the stats, it didn't really look like there was that many goal scores. And then another 5-2 loss. So 3-game losing streak, and we aren't doing good. Glad we snap it against the Blackhawks. We'll simulate in a week. And then we go from Islanders game to Islanders game. 2-1 win against the Islanders. Now against the top team in the division, unless St. Louis took off. We will see how well they are doing. Defenseman for 2 weeks, sure. Colorado, still 20-11-5. They're doing good when we beat them, so that's good. Montreal now, and then 5-4 loss to them. Let's see. I think we'll simulate. I think we'll simulate up to the All-Star break. So we are doing better than the Islanders. They have a lot more losses than us, in regulation at least, and we beat them. Chicago started pulling it back as well, but I'm glad we can shut them down. Ottawa also a big victory against them. Only 1-0 game there. It's kind of sketchy. Would obviously like some more goal scoring there. New Jersey, they are under 500. Can we beat them? We can. And now Winnipeg, another divisional opponent. We'll see how we do against them. I guess we'll look at the extra league. 7-1 loss. I didn't want to say anything because we were on a 4-game win streak, but at the same time, I guess I might have should have, but that's a little bit rough. But we are doing pretty decent now, 23-17 and 24-17-5. That little win streak that we went on earlier in this month was pretty decent. And, we're doing pretty good. Man, I'm sorry. I'm still very sick, guys. On a 2-game losing streak now, and we are now at the All-Star break. I doubt anyone is going to make the All-Star break, but damn, I just looked at St. Louis's record, and I'm pretty sure that said 28-16 and something. 7-2 win against the Yotes. Now against the Kings, we beat them. So let's go back to January. January, out of a possible... Oh, God. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20, 22, 24, 26. Out of a possible 26 points, we got like... We got 18. We got 18 out of a possible 26 points, which is pretty good. And we'll see where we rank in the standings right now. And we're second in the division. No way. Yo, I didn't think we were doing that good, but holy frig, yo, look at we got 90 offense, 88 defense, and 90 goaltending. So there's been some upgrades. So Tooch went up to an 85, Tippett went up to an 82, Carlson went up to an 83. I think Bracco might have gone up, and maybe Balcers went up. I don't remember if he was he definitely went up. He's got 95 puck control, man. That's crazy. How about defensively? Haga's gone up a few overall, so has Tulola, so that is good as well. He's just gone up in a few stats, but it really helps out. And our goaltending was up to 90 as well, and Capo Kakinen now an 86 overall. He's got a 918 save percentage and a 255 GAA, so that is pretty good. We are doing really good. We're now at 86 locker room chemistry, which is also pretty damn good. Hopefully we can continue this. So spot check, only 3 points behind a point per game player. He is freaking phenomenal for us. Same for Balcers. I don't know what it is, but he's doing great as well. Robin Kovac still doing good. Timashov, Tooch, and Tippett. Tippett not getting very many points. I don't know. Maybe I should switch him up to a different... he's gaining morale. Maybe I should switch him to a playmaker or a two-way. Looking at his stats, he's pretty damn fast. He's not that physical. He's got 87 passing. His 78 offensive awareness really doesn't help him out. offensively, so that could be a problem. And we may have to look at that in the future. Yeah, that could be kind of bad. But at the same time, like, I don't want to change anything right now because it's working like that. January was really big for us. That really helped us out. So now against the number one opponent in the division, and we absolutely smacked them around with a 7-1 win, which is really good. Really happy with that. Oh man, that's crazy. That's sick. Alright, now against Winnipeg. They aren't a great team. 6-0 win. This team is freaking great, man. I am loving this series, not only because this team has been great, but it's just been so much fun. And we're on a 4-game win streak going on a 6-day break to go against Vancouver again. We have hit 31 wins, and it isn't even the trade deadline. We aren't even in the same month of the trade deadline yet. I don't even know what to say. We'll simulate up to our Winnipeg game. Get a back-to-back against 2 Canadian teams. Vancouver, can we extend the win streak? We do not. We kind of get smacked around, and then we redeem ourselves the next night, so that is good. Still on 32 wins. Are we in first right now? I feel like we could be. No, dude. St. Louis is still doing phenomenal, which is kind of upsetting, to be honest. If they could stop doing so great, that would be nice. So we'll simulate up to this Pittsburgh game against Winnipeg. Like I said, they aren't a great team, but anything can happen. And yeah, there's a 4-2 loss. Now against LA, who's a good team, we can beat them 6-2, which is awesome. Colorado now. I almost said Carolina for some reason. 33, 20, and 6 is their record. I think is that's what it said. Let's look at goaltenders for a week there. 3-1 loss to them. Unfortunately, our AHL team isn't doing too bad either. They might hit 30 wins as well, which they definitely probably will. They're 29, 20, and 4, which isn't too bad. And we'll simulate one day up to the trade deadline. Do I want to make any moves? No. Like, I really don't want to make any moves. We're doing really good, and we are now only 2 points behind the St. Louis Blues on potentially tying. Yeah, if we get a win, we could go into first. But, yeah, I'm not going to change anything. I don't want to lose any morale on any players because we are just doing great. So we're going to sim past the trade deadline, and we'll go up to our Winnipeg game, Chicago, which I think might be last in our division, which is surprising. You really don't see them down there ever. Yeah, surprise. There are 11 defensemen here in the league, so we'll look at them for a little bit. Chicago, 4-2 victory over them, which we could now be in first, but we did have a 4-day break, so probably not. Continuing a win streak, though. I don't remember if we beat Pittsburgh. Did we beat Pittsburgh? We did. We are on a 5-game win streak. We'll simulate up to this Detroit game, and we will see what is up. Now on a 6-game win streak. Toronto's a good team, and we get shut out, unfortunately. And we're going against the Pacific. Is that the Pacific? Yeah, that's the Pacific, right? No, Toronto's in the Pacific. I don't know. Is Toronto in the Pacific or the Metro? I should know this. That's my favorite team. They're in the Pacific, right? Yeah, they're in the Pacific, right? I'm positive they're in the Pacific. And I think, hopefully. Oh, that's a little rough. In their last, 7 games, we had 3 losses, 4 losses, 5 losses. That's not good. We only got 1 point out of all those 5 losses. So that could really have pushed us down for coming first. Never mind. Although Nashville is now tied up with us, if we could have gotten a few more points throughout those little 7 games, that would have been ideal. And I do want to look why our goaltending is now only 88 overall. Did Kakkonen go down, or is our backup in net? And if Kakkonen went down, that's kind of a rip. He did. He's now only an 85, which sucks. He's got a higher save percentage now, though. a 921. He's still doing really, really good. All right, boys, we got 10 games left, and yeah, let's get as many wins as we possibly can, and let's continue this playoff journey. Tampa Bay Lightning, 32, 30, and 10, pretty decent. The National League forwards for 2 weeks. I don't really care right now. When Buffalo, wow, they had a really good record. 43, 27, and 3. That's crazy. We beat them 2-0. Awesome. Columbus, they have a good record. There's a lot of good teams in the NHL this year, and we beat them 5-2. Rangers having a little bit of an off year. Unfortunately for them, you don't really see that. You usually see them in the playoff contention, and we beat them 7-4. Panthers, a really good team, and we beat them in a shootout. And we've qualified for the playoffs, boys. Holy frig. 88 locker room chemistry. We are in first. Yo, we can win the division title. Oh my god. You know what? We're going to simulate this Nashville game. Because I feel like if we can get 2 points off them, we might have Forsberg scored on the first shot of the game. Okay. Not how we wanted to start it. Bracco tied it up, though. Like I was saying. All right, Sissons and Forsberg, man. Oh, yo, no way, we're going overtime. Yo, if we can win this game, I think we can clinch the division. And we're going to a shootout. Can we win? No. Ryan Johansson mucks us up, unfortunately. You know what? We get a point, though. Have we clinched? We have not. So now against the Oilers. I'm getting nervous, man. I wanna win now. I want to win the conference, and if we can win the division, holy frig, could you imagine? Edmonton. Oh, unfortunately, if we had won our last 5 games of the season, we could have won we could have had 50 wins. So another loss now against Anaheim. Please, scouting, screw off. Don't really care right now. Sure. Please, can we beat Anaheim? We do. Nothing of the division yet. 100 points. Okay, so we have clinched the division. Wait, no. Clinching the division is the Z, right? Or is that clinching the conference? That's clinching the conference, isn't it? I don't know. I'm not going to math right now. All right. If we can beat Colorado, then we definitely have a chance on winning the division. Oh, man, boys, please. I want to win the division now. We're at 100 points. Well, that's crazy, man. We had a 100-point year. And since it's the last game of the season, we'll slow sim it just to see against the Blackhawks. First period, Kovacs and Bracco. Second period, Lada and Panik, but forced back at Carlson and Kovacs with the second of the night. Makes it 4-2, then holy frig. Timashov, Zboril, Vinny Hinostroza for the Blackhawks, Bracco, and then Kane of the Blackhawks. Make it a 7-4 victory, and we win our final game going into the playoffs. We clinched the conference, boys. We clinched the conference. Wow. Sick. That is awesome. I did not think we were going to do that good. And we're up against the San Jose Sharks in the first round. We finished first in the conference. Holy frig. That's ridiculous. That is awesome. 47, 27, and 8 was our final record. Michael Spacek up to an 83. He almost went point per game. Rudolph Balcers, though, he did phenomenal this year. 71 points. We are now going up against his former team. So, Balcers, buddy, if you can do lots for us, that'd be awesome. Kovacs, Tooch, Timashov, Tippett, Bracco. Tippett really didn't have that many points, but I may look to... I don't know. I don't want to trade Tippett. He can obviously be really good. Yo, we won the President's Trophy, too? No way! How? How do we win the President's Trophy? There's no way we were the best team. How? I'm gonna go look at that after, but what? No way, man. Yo, that's crazy. So, Art Ross will probably go to Giroux. Where is the man? Yo, Jake Virtanen's up to an 88. He is doing really good. Yeah, wow, okay. Where is Michael Spacek, man? He's like top 15. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. So, in the top 20 isn't that bad. Like, was that his rookie? That's not his rookie year. I'm positive. Balcers though, Balcers, buddy. I think Balcers might have won or should win the Calder. Then that's great. Alex DeBrincat played. Tyson Jost, Adam Ruzicka, Blake Spears as well. Spencer Watson. Yeah, boys. And Bracco was also up there. He didn't do too bad. He almost had the same amount of points as Nolan Patrick. So, Konechny played his first year. Liljegren, Chabot. Sick. How about goaltenders? Or rookie goaltenders, at least. Is anyone going to steal it from the man, the myth, Rudolph Balcers? I doubt it. Bogosian didn't play. GAA 241 and 924. I mean, that's not great, and that's not very many games. If it's really anyone, it's you know what? It's between Malcolm Subban. He's up to an 89. It's between Malcolm Subban, and Rudolph Balcers. So hopefully we can win the Calder with Balcers. That'd be sick. Yeah, that'd be awesome, man. That'd be awesome. I don't think I've ever done that before. So we'll see who won the Art Ross, or not the Art Ross, the, that freaking thing. The Maurice Richard. The Maurice Richard. I'm gonna go. I'm tired. 49 goals for Tarasenko, almost broke 50. Will win that trophy again. I'm not gonna try and pronounce it again because I am special. Who was the best goaltender of the year? Who will win the Vezina? If Kakinen is up there, I'm gonna die. So, as a starter, who had the best GAA? Oh God, Talbot had a 213. Dominga had a 215. Where is the man Kapanen? Or Kakinen, sorry, frig me. Yeah, he didn't do that great. He had obviously some good stats, but definitely not as good as Talbot. Talbot looking to win the Vezina this year, and unless it goes to Dominga, but but it is between those two. So interesting, and yeah, guys. So we will look to go in the playoffs for the first time of the series, and against the San Jose Sharks. Rudolph Balcers' former team, the man that we picked up a trade from. I'm excited. So yeah, guys, hopefully you all did enjoy this video. If not, tell me why in the comment section below. Yeah, so any and all support is greatly appreciated, guys, and I'll see you in the next episode where we have our first ever playoff series. Oh, let's go Vikings, baby.